All right, hello everyone. I'm so excited for this reading, you don't even know. Just to catch everyone up, so if you didn't watch the daily video, I would maybe pause this, go watch that, come back. All right, watch that one first for the 5th. But I was sharing in that video how like getting ready to film the daily like I normally do. I was like super tired. Like after I came home, I like met some friends, we went to the gym, and then I came home and I was like legit tired, like legit. And not like I went did my workout and I was tired because I was, being physical. Like legit could not be bothered. Like I was such a lump. Like what was the thing? I even like took a nap and I woke up and I was still like, oh, I can't. Like I was trying to fight it. Because I probably would have filmed this long time ago, was I not like that. And it's funny, so I was watching videos on YouTube, I was watching a video from one of the readers I follow, and there was just so much being said that I was really connecting to, and it kept hitting me, and I kept like thinking different things, and like I was getting drawn into all these different, ideas that were coming out, and certain words and topics of discussion and things. And then I started, I literally had this total shift in energy, and I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm ready, let's go, let's do this. Which normally happens to me when I do the reading. Like once I start reading, like my energy tends to go up. I always like to think because we connect to source, which is like an unlimited battery, so of course you feel, more up and awake. But like it was just like, I was so excited, like I was just like fired up. It was the coolest thing. And then like as I came out, like I film outside of my living room, and I like walked out, and the time on the clock was, I was thinking about this like other reading. Like I don't have a format for it. I still have no idea what's gonna happen, so we'll find out. It was 8:33. Seeing the 33 was like, oh my God, I know you're here. You got something to say, so we're gonna do it. So here we are. Just as a refresher, so these were the oracle cards we got in the daily reading. So we got the Void. Oh, she fell. Nourishment. And then Fruition. And we were talking about this idea how, especially with this new moon, we have the new moon coming up tomorrow, if I remember correctly. This idea that the void is opening, releasing our abundance. The things that we've been looking to for nourishment, the wishes fulfilled, the dreams manifest. And then here we are, the fruition of everything coming into the physical, coming into the 3D, so to speak. And I kind of want to use this as our like guide into this reading, because again, I have no idea what's about to happen. I'm going to leave these up here. Yeah, I have no idea. So I went and pulled, especially because of the 3-3 I saw, the number for Ascended Masters. I pulled a lot of the decks that I was really drawn to because of their topics. So like I have the Gods and Goddesses deck, I have Keepers of the Light, Angel Prayers, the Kuan Yin Oracle, Isis Oracle. I pulled the Romance Angels as well, because the last card in the daily was the Two of Cups. So I feel for a lot of people, definitely could have a new romance coming in, or some type of soul connection going on, no matter where it happens. Like there's some type of union going on for a lot of people. Real excited about that. But there's this sense that it's being guided, and we're being watched over, and it feels really heavily of like divine intervention. My tongue's getting tired, I'm so excited. So I pulled decks that had to do, with the Ascended Masters, and I figured, so that's all Oracle decks. I do have a Tarot deck on hand, so if we get there, we're totally going to use it. I like pulled out the entire arsenal just to have them. Because my counter looks like a crazy mess, I'm going to leave the camera up. Maybe once we pull all the cards, I'll tilt it down so you can see everything at the end. But yeah, this will be fun. But yeah, I keep, oh, thank you. Okay, we're not taking those. All right, so first card's out. So this is the Angel Prayers deck. So first card out, Live Your Joy. Now I gotta get used to like, how do I do this with the camera up now? So we got Live Your Joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. We also got inner power. Look at that. The Divine Father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. I personally love this. You can see in the background, you can see the Sri Yantra, this like pattern of triangles in the background. You know, this is a powerful manifestation symbol about things coming out of the ethereal into the physical. So again, this whole concept of things coming out of the void, entering the 3D. I'm so excited. This idea of the Divine Father, I also find kind of interesting. And again, it's this idea that you're being looked over. And, you know, we're being watched right now to make sure we're going in the right direction. We're doing the right things. Oh, he's starting to turn right. Like, no, turn him around. Like there's this feeling of it being like fathered. Like just you're being guided. Like dad's holding your hand. Like, hey, come this way. We're going over here. But again, it has to do with your joy. I feel like there's also, because of the butterflies that are in this card, there's also this idea of transformation and metamorphosis kind of coming through. All right, I think I'm good with that one. I'm going to start shuffling cards to the side. If you can see this counter right now, she's loaded. She's loaded. All right, I'm going to do Keepers of the Light next. Something that was said in the video I was watching earlier was this like concept of it like being ancestors. Like if you had ancestors that were like practitioners or witches or casting spells, it's almost like they were helping to manifest this moment. Like it's like they knew this day would come. And something about that idea, like I kept picturing like, you know, like you think of like a coven or a bunch of priestesses, like seeing the future, like knowing, like it just feels like this is such, okay, those went flying, that this is going to be like such a significant moment. All right, here we go. We got him. All right. All right, so we've got faith here. So faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So to me, this is like, and it's so funny. So the video I'm talking about is by Missy. I believe her tarot is Saltwater Heals Tarot, I believe. Giving her a little shout out. Love her. She is amazing. Big fan of hers. This card actually also came out in her reading. So I don't want to say the same thing she said, but I definitely suggest checking it out. She posted it earlier today. Oh, now I forget. It wasn't her daily. She posted a daily and almost like a special read. It was the special read. But love her. She's super cool. This card also came out in her reading, and she was talking about seeing the light in the world. For me, like I'm definitely I mean, the same kind of thing, but I definitely feel like this is us not necessarily seeing the light, but keeping our vibe high. And not only high, but also authentic, true to us. You know, like the Angel Pearl card we got, live your joy. You know, this, when you live your joy, that's how you be the light. That's when you're shining brightest, when you're in your own essence, so to speak. All right. I love this card, but I'm always terrified of getting this name wrong. Sanat Kumara. I hope I'm getting that correct. But light activation. So again, this idea of light. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So another idea of light being radiant, being authentic, shining at your highest, you know, operating in your highest vibration. But I love here about the guidance coming through clear, loud and clear. Because yes, we are definitely being guided through this moment. I am not going to get this name correct. So there you go. You want to figure out how to say that. Melchizedek? I'm going to say Melchizedek. If I got that name wrong, I am so sorry. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. So, to me, this is the guidance. This is the understanding. This, to me, is the alien card we got in the daily. Again, if you didn't watch the daily, go check her out. She was lit. This is that guided message. This is the understanding that the alien in the Starman Tarot deck is trying to get us to. This is why we're being guided. It's almost like we're being shown where we can get this information. This is the missing piece. This is what we've been waiting to know. I almost want to say, because it has the you've learned from experience, you've almost like you've gone through the trials, the tribulations, the tests, and you've come out wiser. So it's almost like you've learned what you needed to, so now you're ready. Like, that's why it's higher learning. She's not basic anymore. You've graduated high school, now you're ready for higher learning. Like, to me, that's really what I'm getting. Like, you've gone through what you needed to go through. You gained the understanding you needed. You have, you've raised your awareness. Your eyes are open. Now it's time to get something deeper. Like, there's something deeper coming. Beautiful. And then Lady Nada, heart awakening. Heart awakening. So I almost want to say, like, now your eyes are open because you're aware now. Now it's time for the heart. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance is the prompt. Oh. And giving and receiving. So giving, to me, giving is really coming down to being authentic, being your highest vibe, which I think will definitely include caring for others, helping others. But I think you just being at that frequency, you become an example to others as well. To be a little cliche, it's like you're the light in the dark, so to speak. So to me, that's the give. And now it's opening to receiving. I think a lot, especially for those of you who are sensitive, compassionate, it's normal for you to be on the give side, not the receive side. I believe I was talking about this in Virgo. I think it was the Virgo monthly, the Virgo monthly message. If any Virgos are watching, let me know in the comments if I got that right. I'm pretty sure it was Virgo though. About this always being on the output side, always giving. Now it's time to receive. Because again, we've been talking about this void opening, and now it's about to like rain all these blessings on you. If you aren't open to receive them, you're not going to get any. Like, the mailman's knocking on the door, you need to open it and sign for the package. You know what I mean? So this, to me, this divine love also includes self-love, knowing that you are worthy and able and deserving of receiving these things. It doesn't always have to be one direction. There is a flow here. Oh, stop it. So I'm just going to bring this up. Bottom of the deck, Horus, the cosmic gateway. Again, here's the void behind Horus opening up. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm putting that one on the side. Who are we going to touch next? Okay, because we had Horus, we're going to use the Isis Oracle. We're going to Egypt. And it's funny. So granted, I don't have a whole bunch of Egypt themed decks. But funny, the Two of Cups and the Starman Tarot that I used for the daily reading had a caduceus in it, or caduceus. I don't know how to pronounce it off the top of my head. But instead of there's normally like a little top ornament on it, in that card, the top was replaced by an ankh. A little, I forget what it says. I know it's an Egyptian symbol. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. All right. So these I'm going to read these from the book. But we have the Spirit of Isis. Oh, I just love the art on this deck. It's so good. All right. Which means Triumph of the Goddess. And then we also have the Eye of Horus. Crazy art. I'm so into it. Awakening Divine Perception. I know she's not in this image. I think it's just the angle they drew it, and the shading and the effect of the light. But doesn't she look pregnant in the background? Right? Is that just me? And I know she's not. Like, looking at it, you can clearly see it's not like she has a belly or anything like that. But it's just the way the light is hitting it and how it's shaded. And it's making me think of the void, like pregnant, like we're about to give birth. We're about to, like, this little baby, all the things we've been manifesting and dreaming of, like, it's about to come into the world. It's like any day now. We've already hit the 9-month mark, like any day now. And awakening to divine perception, to me, that's definitely heavily connected. Oh, I'm sorry. You're just going to be Melchizedek. I'm sorry if that's wrong. My bad. But again, this higher learning, this new perception, I'm sorry, new perception that we're going through. And triumph, like this is success. This is, again, it's that whoosh fulfillment. It's that, it's coming, it's becoming real. It's coming into the 3D. Okay, I really want to get these from the book. Oh my god, I cannot contain myself. I'm so jazzed. Alright, here, you guys can see this one. Eye of Horus. So the Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. So I talked about in the daily, we have an aspect with Uranus that's essentially doing the exact same thing. It's heightening psychic awareness. Whether you're, a psychic, a medium or not, like everyone in my perception has, some type of ability or some type of, spiritual perception. Those gifts are definitely being tapped into right now. Whether you're open to them or not. You may not even be aware you're using them, for some of you, but they're definitely getting, an upgrade, so to speak. You have much divine support and protection. Yeah, we've been talking about it this whole time. So that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you're divinely protected. Yeah. So grow your abilities and serve others, I think, is really, that Lady Nada card as well. That's part of the giving. And again, like I said, it's giving. You're not necessarily going outside of your way. These are things that are naturally within you, especially when we're talking about spiritual gifts. They may not be things that you were fully aware of before, maybe something that you didn't fully embrace, or maybe even rejected for some of you. Now you're kind of coming into them and seeing them differently, or understanding them and tapping into them differently for some of you, possibly. Oh, let's find the page first. I was totally about to read it like I had magically turned the pages. You never know. That may be happening. All right, here we go. Spirit of Isis. That image is so sick. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Because the impossible is possible right now. Iris has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. Yes, believe. I almost want to say that's why we're getting so many, legit cards. Because it's happening. You need to keep... we got it earlier. Yes. Faith. Believe. Have faith. Trust in what's happening. Trust in what you're feeling, especially. Because with this, boost from Uranus, I think a lot of us are going to be feeling quite intensely and feeling things on a very heightened level. We'll put it that way. All right, let's do... we're going to do the gods and goddesses. Let's do... I can't shuffle these ones because this deck is way too big. Once I put them together, I was like, oh god, this doesn't fit in my hands. So we will cut these bad boys. Let's see. We cut 3 last time. Let's do 3 again. 3 is a good number. Alright, Ascended Masters, who's helping us? Oh, alright. And funny, we got all goddesses. So if you guys don't know this deck, so the goddesses are yellow, the gods are gray. So we got ourselves all goddesses. So first one out, the Muses, inspiration, goddesses of the arts. So Muses, being inspired. Helen of Troy, beauty. This is giving me crazy Venus vibes, arts, music, beauty. And then Yamaya, hope. Hope. Okay, I think in the book there's little prompts for these, short little ones. I want to see if we can, let's get those out. So Helen of Troy. Recognize your own unique beauty. Stop comparing yourself to others. Real beauty is apparent in all cultures and in all ages. Beauty should not be used as a weapon. Oh, giving me major strength vibes from the tarot card or tarot deck. Recognize your own unique beauty and stop comparing yourself to others. I almost want to say that's, you think of like The Secret, Law of Attraction, all of that. Part of the block there is comparison. You are on your own journey. There's no reason to think someone else has more than you, is better than you, anything like that. They are on their journey, you are on your journey. Doesn't mean a thing that someone has something you don't, that you have something someone else doesn't. Like, not a thing to be worried about. Again, this is owning your path, owning your journey, and we're talking about your manifestation. So what is it we're manifesting for you? I almost want to say there's this air of acceptance and gratitude for what is in the present, like what is already in your life, what is here now, and what special, wonderful qualities you possess as well. It's taking the eyes off of, the others around you, whether they're, friends, strangers, people you notice, you're like, oh, that's a real cute bag. I wish I had a Louis too, or, whatever that is. It's not worrying about that. It's recognizing the wonder and magic that is in your own life. And that serves as a greater magnet to get everything else. If that makes sense. The muses. Here they are. Ta-da-da! Trying to get this in there's much better lighting on this side. We'll hold it over here. Allow yourself to be inspired. Been talking about that too. Find or be your own muse. Oh, look at that. Be your own beauty. I like that. All right. If you are feeling uninspired, do something you do not normally do. It's time to indulge yourself in music, song, dance, and poetry. All the things that are governed by the muses, the arts. I say this a lot, especially when we get like Venus aspects. A lot of times I'll say in the readings, like if you're in a funk and just can't shake it, like put on your favorite music. Doesn't even matter what it is. It doesn't have to be something like real sweet and happy. Like if your thing is heavy metal, put it on. Like whatever you vibe to, like that is where you are going to feel stimulus. If you're into museums, just go take in some art. If you love being in nature as well, to me nature is art. Like go walk outside. Like wherever you find beauty and harmony, like that is where you need to be. We even got Live Your Joy. So to me, this is coming up as really, if you are not in this mind frame, like if you are not in this I am beauty, I am blessed mind frame, that is where the muses are coming in. That's how you get yourself inspired. That's how you pull yourself into a higher vibe. Dun, 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 dun. Last one from this deck. If I can learn how to turn pages. Dun, 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 dun. Here we are. Yamaya, Hope. What? It's amazing. If I remember correctly, I believe she's like a sea goddess or a river goddess from Africa. I think she's a sea goddess. I don't know. I might be making that up. Don't give up. There is hope yet. A wish will be granted. Have we not been talking about that? Hello. A wish will be granted. A birth is imminent. Fuck, I talked about Isis being pregnant. I cannot. A birth is imminent. Fertility is everywhere. So for some of you, we could be talking about children. Like you could be getting pregnant. You could be pregnant. Who knows? So for some of you, we are talking about actual fertility. But I think for all of us, whether we're talking about a child or not, this is like something about to be born. The wish being fulfilled, something coming into the 3D, the gift arriving. I can't stand it. This video is going to be hella long. Thank you for sticking with me. This is going to be a big one. All right, I'm going to keep going. I pulled them all out. We're just keep going. So this is the Kuan Yin deck. Definitely a goddess I admire and feel really connected to. Love, 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 love. And the art in this deck is beautiful. If you've never seen it, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. All right, Kuan Yin, what you got? Oh, nope, that was fast. Let's see if we have any more. We got one jumped out. Let's see if we... That's too much. We're not going to take it out. Do I want to take it? I'm almost like... No. Oh... I'm like fighting it so bad. Okay, no, don't fight it. Don't fight it. In my head, I'm like, oh, I don't want to read that many cards. But no. That's what I asked for. Alright, so the first one out. Turquoise Lotus Mother. So these ones, there's no prompts on the card, so I'm going to read a little snippet from the book, but I'll show them all to you first. So we got Turquoise Lotus Mother, number 42. Then we got Empress of the Pearl. It's a really pretty one. Like that. It's all radiant in that one. The Yin Empress. So definitely giving me like Empress vibes in the deck, like very strong creative energy. Especially we just talked about fertility. And then this is the one that made me not put them away. Blessings of the Moon Maiden. I mean, hello, new moon, literally tomorrow. There's a little rabbit in here. I've never noticed the little rabbit. He's cute. Okay. I have the book here somewhere. There you are. Okay. Here we go. So you guys can see it. Blessings of the Moon Maiden. The Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. Thank you. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of food. I must be hungry. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. I feel like that hits several cards we talked about earlier. So allow yourself to receive. We got Lady Nada talking about being in the flow, giving and receiving. Let the blessings of good fortune made me think of where's our Moon Oracle card? Both nourishment and fruition. You know, have this like symbolism of food and fruits and like a bountiful harvest. You know, that guy too. What also struck me pretty strong, and it's still kind of talking about Lady Nada in a way. Where did it say? Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart. We also got Heart Awakening as well from the Keepers of the Light. So there's this idea of truly just opening yourself up. Yes, you had an intention for what you asked for. Yes, you set out a specific, sent out a specific wish. That doesn't mean you have to cap your dream there. Just because you asked for 5 doesn't mean you can't get 20. You know what I mean? Like your 5 is still part of that 20. But why not have the 20? You know, so like what's coming is going to be way bigger than you ever thought it was going to be. Like you were like, oh, I just want a lovely man who's going to take care of me. Like, no, this lovely man's going to be gorgeous. He's going to give you a big house. Like, you know, like bigger than you like ever thought would be coming. Like it's going to be insane. Okay. Empress of the Pearl. You have an inner gift of great value, born of struggle, adversity, and challenge. In wisdom, you know that suffering can lead to growth, provided we are willing to search for a way to heal through it. Seeing challenges as ways to expand your spiritual light empowers you to focus on the growing light, rather than getting caught up in suffering. So we talked about this a little bit earlier as well. So here, the Empress of the Pearl, think of how a pearl is made. So you have the little oyster, little clam, whatever. Essentially a pearl is some type of impurity. It's like a little grain of sand that gets into the shell, and it causes a little irritation. So what does the clam do? It covers it with layers of minerals and whatever a pearl is made out of. But it just kind of wraps it and envelops it with all these layers, and eventually that little grain of sand, builds up and turns into a pearl. That's essentially what is being talked about with this card. There's something inside of you that's very, very special and very unique. And the challenges you've gone through and the time spent getting to this point has taught you how to harness that, how to respect it, how to appreciate it. It's possible how to appreciate different things in the people around you as well. You've witnessed things, you know, that may not be common or may not be comfortable and happy, but you've seen them, so you had to navigate them so that you could help others navigate the same things, or you could help people appreciate the other viewpoint. You know, either you've seen people on the other side of the situation, you've been on the other side of the situation, so you navigate it a little more fluidly and can show others how to navigate those waters. That's where this gift comes in. And you being able to function in these situations or through adversity, again, takes me back to what we talked about, you being the light. You just being you and radiating at your natural vibration is the light to others. You unknowingly, you're not doing this on purpose, unknowingly you are the example for the people around you. Like, legit, I feel like the people who are really resonating with that, like, you literally are helping to raise the vibration around you by just being, by just doing whatever it is you're doing. Like, keep doing it, whatever feels natural, you're doing the right thing. And I think some of us feel doubt about that. Like, it feels unsure. Like, all I did was just do like regular stuff. Like, how did that have an impact? Trust me when I say you're having an impact that you're not even aware of it. And I don't know if you truly ever will be unless one of these people actually come up and say something. But oh yeah, there's definitely this idea of harnessing this, either this perception and perspective you have, or some type of talent and gift you have. And it doesn't actually have to be psychic. I'm definitely thinking it could be because of what we've talked about, but it doesn't have to be. For some of you, it just maybe work as a humanitarian, like you just may be so giving and so compassionate. For some of you, it may just be a natural skill you have that helps others or inspires others even. We got the muses. It could just be something you do that inspires people. It could be singing, it could be playing an instrument, it could be anything. Whew, that gave me chills. All right. But it's that just act of doing and being authentic that just makes you radiant, just makes you shine. All right. And then the Yin Empress. The Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, and success to her beloved devotees. Your sole purpose includes healing and empowerment of the divine feminine, the Yin Empress herself. I said impress. I'm telling you, you're impressing someone. Maybe it's even that Two of Cups, you know, that divine partner. Maybe that's how you catch them. You gain power, assistance, and untold blessings in following your sole purpose. We just talked about that. Being authentic, doing you, doing what you always do. There's no reason to try and add. And again, that makes me think of not having to compare. You don't have to compare others' talents and skills or their blessings. You have your own, and you should be grateful for that. That is more than enough. You are lifted and supported in your sacred work now. Yeah, to me, this is, you know, creating and using your own life force, doing exactly what you were meant to do. And in that, you again are raising the vibration. Not only are you connected and supporting divine, you are inspiring and like lifting up others around you. Crazy. I want to just dance. I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know what I'm feeling right now. All right, number 42, Turquoise Lotus Mother. Did I get that right? Yes, I did. There we go. Turquoise Lotus Mother brings precious healing to you now. Allow yourself to be lifted out of struggle, beloved one. We talked about this in the daily with the Ten of Wands. An old pattern is finally in its death throes. Something that weighed heavily on you from your past. This can be one of the most testing times to allow something to go, just when it seems to be so demanding of your time, focus, and attention. Yet do not doubt, we just talked about that, do not doubt you have actually learned the lessons. Talked about that too. It required of you, and now you are being blessed with an opportunity to receive karmic healing. Yeah, okay, so this, to me, this is the daily. So again, if you haven't watched the daily, please go check it. First card out in the daily was the Justice card. That is a straight up karma card. You know, you get in what you get in what you put out. You know, the scales being balanced. You've gone through the trials already. Now's time for payment. Now's time for reward. Now it's time to reap the understanding and the benefits of what you've gone through, because I guarantee you, you guys have gone through a lot. We all have. And I feel like it's been a long time. Like, I think a lot of us are like, God, we're still doing this. Like, we're still here. I'm still working for it. And none of us have given up. You have not given up. You better not. And if you're about to, don't. Keep going. Like, I keep thinking, like, it's like that battled and bruised warrior. Like, you've been fighting for so long, and you're defensive because you're like, fuck. Like, I just need to keep protecting this fort. I gotta keep holding it down. You are strong enough to do it. You have gained the wisdom. You understand how this war is being played. You understand all the strategies. You got this. You know, I get you're tired. I get it's been long. Don't give up now. Do not. Oh, I got real sorry. I got real loud. I was like, do not do it. Okay, I know this video. You know what? This video is just gonna be long, and you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna pull Romance Angels because of the Two of Cups, and then I think we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do the tarot spread. Why not? We're just gonna have a long video. I try to keep them around 20. It's not happening. Sorry, I've abandoned it. All right, Romance Angels. Thought those were gonna go. Guess not. Maybe I'll tilt this down for Passion just came out. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I'm not done with you yet. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna tilt this down for the tarot spread. Maybe after the tarot cards, I'll lay out all the oracle. Okay, there we go. I'll lay out all the oracle cards we got. We're not taking all of that. Ugh. Okay. Who went flying? All right. Ugh. You know what? I'm not feeling those. You made life too difficult. You just went all over the place. If you're meant to be, you'll come back. Do another shuffle. What was I saying? Yes. So we'll take these. I'll tilt down for the tarot cards so you can see those now that the space is clear. Legit, this whole counter was covered in decks. And then maybe I'll even fan out the ones we got from the oracles. So, this kind of makes me happy. So, before I turn this around, because it's going to sound very contradictory to everything we've just talked about, I think this is what we've been healing from. This is what... For those of you who this is talking about a divine union, for those of you who have been trying to manifest a relationship, first things first, you haven't been asking for a relationship. You have been thinking and everything just got real heavy. What you have been dreaming of and wishing for and trying to manifest is a real heavy love. Like this, and not heavy where it's sad and oppressive. Like this love is legendary. Like legendary. Like these are, soulmates, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. But this soul connection, has been long time in the making. Like long time in the making. And I mentioned in the daily how like different cues I was getting from the video I was watching. I just kept thinking of like this coven or like ancestors, like priests and priestesses, like had this vision of what was happening in the future, like this particular moment. And there were like, blessings made and spells cast. Like there's been support from people past to like when the stars align, when all the bright things happen and all the moments come into action. Like there has been so much energy put into this upcoming moment, that you'll never be aware of. But like there's so much has been happening. But it's all part of this idea and this dream you've had of this crazy significant union. So the cards that came up were separation and unrequited love. And I think this has been, for the people this is really resonating to, this has been the storyline up until this point. Your past relationships that had failed, or, you know, like crushes and infatuation where, you know, you gave your all and it wasn't returned, and it was like, oh my God, I did everything I could. How could this not? Why did we still fall apart? And this was why. They were not on the same level. But I think a lot of this had to teach you of the significance of what's coming, how to appreciate what's coming, and also to get you ready. It's like, you know, so I'm going to give more, I'm going to give more, I'm going to more, you know. And it wasn't about you not giving enough. One, it was about you giving it to the right person. And one, it was about activating that level of love and passion inside of you. It was getting that feeling so you knew what this felt like. You mean, like, because at first you fell in love with the idea of the person. You know, like you created a vision, like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Then you got into it, you had your ups and downs, and then things, and not that, you know, this perfect love is going to be idealistic and you're never going to have a down, like it's going to be only ups. Like, of course, every relationship ups and downs. But in this relationship, the downs were really to show you the separation between the ideal and what was in front of you. But you never lost the ideal. You never lost it. This was just to strengthen your own ability and strengthen your perception of this, like, just crazy love, like crazy good, crazy deep, crazy intense, like epic. Like, I just keep thinking like legendary lovers, like just like I want to say Romeo and Juliet, but it's not that. It's not tragic, but it's that like monumental romance that like people will write about one day. Right? Okay. Right. I'm shuffling already. I'm getting into it. Let me tilt you down. Right, look at how many cards you pulled. I'm going crazy tonight. So sorry. But I hope you're enjoying it. This is a lot. All right. One more shuffle, and then we'll cut, and then we'll get some cards. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know? Ooh, that was a high one. Okay, I'm just going to flip them. Okay, so the moon. Sorry, let me do it that way. So moon, first card out. Yes. So we have the new moon coming up. Again, great time to set some new intentions. So put your prayers out there. Put your intentions out there. Write them on a piece of paper. Light them up. Send them into the universe. You know, I personally like to go to the beach. So I think after everything that's gone down today, I'm most likely heading to the beach for the new moon. It's going to be a thing. But again, the moon is always about cycles. Always. This is a brand new beginning. Again, this void is opening up. This entire new chapter is really about to unfold. Eight of Cups, walking away from that which does not serve us. This is also like a spiritual separation. This is like walking through the desert away from, you know, the wandering, away from, you know, the feeling of being lost, you know, I'm just gonna say it, like being guided towards the oasis. Like, you know, it's almost like you've been wandering in the desert all this time, and then all of a sudden, hi Leo, you see my little kitty in the back. Now you just instantly know, like, oh, the town is that way. Like, this is walking through the desert. You know, the wandering is over. Legit, the wandering is over. I don't know where that came from. Oh, that was interesting. Five of Pentacles. Again, this is that idea of separation. Like, this is this energy. And I think this is coming up for a couple reasons. One, exactly what I talked about, like separating here, especially since it's coming up after the Eight of Cups. This is separating us from the things that did not serve us, those that didn't love us, you know, unconditionally. But I think this also, we'll see with the next card that comes out, but I think this is also about having to learn these lessons on your own, having to, you know, go through these trials and tribulations. You wouldn't learn the same thing if someone was next to you, because you would have had some extra support. You would have had the wisdom of another. Not that that wouldn't help you, but it's very Wizard of Oz. You know, if I told you that in the beginning, Dorothy, you wouldn't have believed me. Like, that's exactly what this energy is. Like, this is a healing that would not have happened unless you were doing it on your own. You had to stand on your own 2 feet. You had to be your own person through it. Prince of Swords. Yep, this is learning. This is understanding for sure. This also is kind of a solo energy. But again, this prince is all about understanding. He's a prince of the mind. I need to understand. I need to know why. This is a truth seeker as well. So again, this is going through this quest for understanding. And again, you could only do it by yourself, because you needed to know what did not serve you, what was hurting you, what didn't feel good. Okay, this doesn't feel good, so I need to separate from this. You know, until I find something that feels right, I need to be alone so that I can know what this feels like. This is the understanding, you know. And I think some of us learn that way. Like, we don't learn by just being shown the answer. We need to see the wrong thing so we know what the wrong looks like, so we can recognize the good, if that makes sense. Yes, 6 of Swords, another card of leaving. This is leaving, you know, stormy, choppy seas for calmer waters. Again, now that we have this truth, this understanding, we're moving away from all of this. This is spiritually moving away from it. This is like making the choice and the action. To me, this is the travel. This is the physically moving away from it. Yes, it's swords, so we're kind of talking about the mind, but this is knowing that we need to separate from it, and this is making the decision to actually act on it and move away. 7 of Wands, another solo card. Again, this is about this journey. It's a little, okay, it's sticking out a little bit. Oh well. Here, you can see it here. 7 of Wands, to me, 7 of Wands is not a block. It's about, you know, finding your own voice and using it and harnessing it. That is what we're operating from, you know, from your own personal voice, not influenced by any others. Doesn't matter how many other wands or how many other opinions are being flung at you. You're like, nope, I got mine. It's right here. It's brighter than any of yours. I don't give a hoot what your opinion is. I have mine. This is my life. These are my rules. This is how I'm going to do it. That is the place we needed to get to before all of these things came out. Because if, again, once you fully know who you are, then you know what you need. Then you know what to ask for. Then you know what this wish needs to be to, you know, make you feel fulfilled. Until you know who you are, how do you know what you need? How do you know what your compliment is? This was about finding your voice and finding who you are. Oh my god, I almost called you Dorothy. I'm getting real Wizard of Oz right now. I'm turning into Glinda. It's going to be a thing. Oh, I want one more. I was going to stop there, but I want one more. Yes! Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. 5 of Wands. So this is my inner conflict card. This is the doubt. This is why we had to get to this 7 of Wands part. So this 5 of Wands, this is that inner doubt. This is that inner saboteur. You needed to be stronger than this doubt. Because I think a lot of you had to face this. And this is what got you in trouble before. Especially if for those of you who this is a relationship, this unrequited love and all of this, all these lessons here. I think the biggest reason you ended up in those situations was because you were settling. There was this doubt that was like, oh, I'm not good enough to get the quarterback. You know, I'm just making examples. I'm not good enough for the quarterback. Oh, this person's so out of my league. Oh, I don't like that this person does this or does that. But, this is, he likes me. He must really like me. So this is going to be good. No, Mary, like this is what allowed you and made you think settling was the best route of action. There is no more settling for you. You know who you are. You know what you need. There is no reason to pick anything other than this. And I think at this point, you are so strong and so in your power, this has no power over you. Is it still going to be there? Yeah, you're always going to hear that little voice. But now you can literally look at it in the face and be like, shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit what you say. Oh, sorry, I got real there. Woo! All right. But again, that's really what this is. And I took a peek at it earlier, but bottom of the deck. Sorry, I'm trying to get it in the center. But King of Wands, this to me is you in your passionate, fiery self. This is someone super passionate, but super in touch with their desires. This person is also very charismatic. By knowing what you want and being very high vibe, you are attracting and pulling in the vibrational match. Because you're not going to suffer anything else. You're not going to suffer anything less. Yes, are other people going to see you as the light and be super drawn to you? Yeah. Are you going to fall for anything? No, not at all. But again, this is the place of mastery that we needed to get to. And I think with this journey, we are there. It was all meant to really find your voice and find who you are so you can pair appropriately and really match this grand vision that you have been asking for. Oh, that was intense. That was really good. I mean, you know what? Let's pull one more. Why not? Stop it. And then we get the Lover's card, another card of union. Again, how is the other person going to know you're the match if you don't even know who you are yet? I'm looking for the other star. Oh, I'm a star. I'm the star. Like, oh. Again, this is union. This is counterparts. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep flipping. Like, we're there. We got it. Whoa. Super, super excited. I think if anything, the biggest thing that I just want to say, especially about this, like the tarot reading, the tarot spread in particular, was really about this solo journey, the having to find your voice, the having to go through the struggles on your own. You know, if you're still kind of in this, if it's not completely over, especially mentally, I think a lot of us, that's where we tend to linger in it for a longer place. Physically, we may actually be out of it, but you know, we keep kind of replaying the events, and especially since we're going into a retrograde, you know, that's kind of what happens. Retrograde tends to bring things up so we can re-examine it, so we can look at it over again. This is really the moment where you get to filter it one more time and watch it through, almost like rewatching a movie, and kind of see how everything played out, how you played out in it. You know, what was done, what was said, how you reacted, how they reacted, all these kind of things. And then really realize, oh my gosh, I survived. I made it through. This is what I learned. Oh my God, when this happened, I felt this way. How I got out of that was by feeling this or doing this or understanding that. You know, and you start, if you haven't yet, you start piecing all these little pieces together, again, to get that higher perspective, to get that broader vision of the scope, and really assemble this, like, I keep just thinking of this like diorama of who you are. Like if you almost like made a collage of, you know, like I want this tenacity, I want this sense of humor, I want this, you know, level of compassion, I want this to, you know, and then kind of put all these pieces together, and you've like built this ideal person, and then you've arrived at this point where you look at it and you're like, wait, that's me. You know what I mean? Like, you are the ideal. You are the person you wanted to be. I don't even want to say. So freaking stoked about it. All right. This is a lot. I totally was going to lay them out. So I'm just going to lay them out. You can get a little peek. So we got separation, unrequited love, ultimately passion. And layer those together. Turquoise lotus mother, the yin empress, empress of the pearl, blessings of the maiden. So again, this is about accepting your gifts, being authentic, you know, using your talents, owning it. Yumaya, having hope, understanding your beauty, you know, finding inspiration to keep high vibe. Success, knowing you're worthy. Eye of Horus, this broader perspective, you know, having the perception of you know, the divine assistance and divine love that is around you, and also the idea of what's coming into fruition, what is about to be born. Again, here's our little pseudo pregnant Isis. You know, we've got higher learning, faith, benevolence, heart awakening, light activation, being the light, being authentic, being high vibe, living your joy, and the Divine Father, this inner guidance, you know, co-creating with the universe. Oh, stuff is crazy. It's going to be lit. All right. I'm so sorry this was long, but it had to happen, needed to be said. I would almost say you may even want to rewatch this video later. You know, I feel like a lot was said, so you may have to process it in chunks, maybe. I don't know. But lots of good things coming our way. All right, my loves, I'm going to wrap it up here. As always, sending you guys lots of love, lots of light. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I know this is kind of a one-off random video. Maybe more to come. I don't know. again, I've said it before, but if you haven't watched the daily for March 5th, definitely check that out. It's kind of what kickstarted all of this. Love you guys lots. If you have anything to share, drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. This is the first time I've done one of these, like, just kind of one-off readings, so I'd like to know what you thought about it. Again, I'm so sorry, it was crazy. This is way longer than I normally have them. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what's going on, or maybe how it resonated, you know, what you were feeling. Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys out. Have a good one. Sending you guys lots of love. Bye.